Duelist Frostmite, and I've got a deck profile for you. This is one of my favorite decks. It's not really a competitive deck, but I'm working on trying to make it competitive. It's a frog deck. It's the frog mill deck, the soul absorbing bone tower thing. I got that for you, so I'm gonna start with the main deck. And as all frog decks have, you start with 3 swap frog. I run 3 Ronin Tonin also, because you're wanting to special summon as many times as you can. I definitely run 3 Ronin Tonin in this deck myself. 3 Dupe Frog also, because I want to get to swap frog as fast as possible. It's one of the parts of the combo that you really need really bad is getting swap frog to your hand. It can make your opponent deck out really fast. I'll explain the combo when we're done with deck profile. 2 flip-flop frogs for stalling. Really, it's just literally just for stalling and banish fodder. 1 Treeborn frog, or 1 poison draw frog. 2 Treeborn frogs. Let's explain why I have 2 later. 3 soul absorbing bone tower. This is literally the most important part of the deck, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you'd say zombie roll is more. Every time a zombie monster is special summoned to anywhere, your opponent mills 2. Combine that with the frog's Ronin Tonin special summoning ability, swap frog special summoning ability, and zombie roll with this on the field, and you can make your opponent deck out really, really fast. If you have 2 or 3 of these on the field, it's even faster, and it's ridiculous. I run 3 Mizuki. Really irritating when you draw that fucker. Really, really irritating. The big help is the 2 Cur Bandit. I tested with 3. I didn't really like 3, honestly. Since after it was in the graveyard, it was literally completely useless, and I had the habit of going 1 and sending 1 or both the others to the graveyard out of it, and that was really, really irritating. 3 Battle Fader. This goes in with the 2 Tree 1 Frogs. I like to overlay with them, usually going to Samoji Soldier. Because it's a deck out, it's a mill deck. The whole your opponent draws 1, you draw 1 isn't as negative as it would be in other decks. And since I don't really care about my life points or my opponents, well, I care about mine, but not theirs. I can use the second effect and have us both gain 1,000 too, without really having too many bads go off of it. 3 Zombie World, because we need that attribute change. I like this better than the DNA Surgery because I don't have to wait a turn to set this. I can immediately play it. I can also search it with Terraformings, whereas I can't really search DNA Surgery. DNA Surgery I have to set, and they have a chance of MSTing it if they decide to use a blind MST. The Field Spell, of course, I can MST as soon as I play it. It used to be they could play another Field Spell and destroy it, which doesn't happen anymore. But it also turns the monsters in the grave to zombies, so I can use Mizuki on stuff other than just Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. 1 Foolish, because Mizuki, Soul Absorbing Bone Tower, Ronin, Treeborn, that kind of stuff. 2 MSTs. I never really played 3. Definitely going to stick with 2 for now. 2 Salvage. Don't really need 3 of them. 3 of them just kind of clogs the deck. 1 Day of Peace, because a free draw for both players and no damage the next turn. Great. 1 Soul Charge. And 1 Inferno Reckless Summon. That's the main deck. So, I don't have a side deck, so next is the extra deck. Got 2 Samoji Soldier. This is probably one of my favorite extra deck monsters, just because no one even really utilized him before, but I summon him in defense, detach a material, call either the life point gain or the draw next turn, and then rank him up. Sometimes I do that. Other times I'll just leave him set. I've literally never, ever got off his effect twice off the same one. It's always either died or I had to rank it up to actually get somewhere. It was kind of funny. Never once been able to get off his effect twice. Then I run 1 Utopia Roots, another level 1 Ixies, usually using Battle Fader and Treeborn Frog to make them. 1 Slacker Magician. 2 Ghost Trick Dollahan. I actually run a lot of the Ghost Trick monsters because they're actually pretty decent. 3 Gachi Gatsi Getsu, which is fun because Soul Absorbing Bone Tower's second ability creates a lock if you have 2 zombies on the field. They can only attack Soul Absorbing other monsters, not Soul Absorbing Bone Tower, while you control a zombie. So you can sit on 2 Soul Absorbing Bone Towers, or do what I like to do and summon out like 2 or 3 of him with Zombie World on the field and Bone Tower. So they have roughly 3,000 defense, and it takes forever to kill them, and they can't touch the Bone Tower. And since I made them with Ronins and other stuff, as they go to the graveyard, they know next turn I'm just going to banish and summon them and make them milk more, so they're really not really wanting to attack, but at the same time, they're not able to get anywhere. 1 Armored Kappa. It's slightly better than Gachi in the fact that it protects them from effects, all monsters in the field from effects and attacks. But at the same time, it's not as good because they actually have to declare an attack to be able to use his effect. One So Cute boss. One Alucard for the random time that I really just have to actually Ixies with 2 Soul Absorbing Bone Towers. One Diamond Dire Wolf for that off chance that I freaking run into someone with like a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror main decked that I have to get rid of. Or just because I have that really bad luck of drawing 2 Mizuki and sitting on them that I've done before. And then lastly, 2 Downward Magician. Most of you guys, as you've probably already figured out the combo, is having Zombie World on the field, at least 1, preferably at least, I like having 2. 2 is definitely the best in my opinion. Soul Absorbing Bone Towers on the field, and summoning as many frogs as you can in a row to make your opponent mill out. Then I Ixies with them, making them mill even more, and then I rank them up with her, making them mill even more. So with a good hand, I can win first turn. On a bad hand, it may take even longer, or I may not win at all. I actually tested this out at locals this weekend, and I almost beat a shit all deck. The only reason it actually ended up beating me was because it freaking had a Neospatian Grand Mole, and it just started bouncing back my gotchis after it got summoned. He won with 1 card left in his deck. And I was like, damn it, where's One Day of Peace when I need it? So overall, I'd rate this deck pretty well. It's kind of slow. It needs to have some kind of a way to make it faster. I've actually been trying to test and find that out. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, feel free to comment them or message me, and I'd love to hear them. So thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe.